All right, away from tennis, we now go straight to the world of football. The FIFA Women's World Cup is ongoing, and teams are gradually going into the next round as the round of 16. And for the African teams, just Nigeria has qualified to the round of 16. But of course, the Banyana of South Africa would have a chance, an opportunity to qualify to the round of 16. It is a make-or-ma between South Africa and the Italian team, of course, the Italian women, in Group G of the Women's World Cup on Wednesday. And victory for South Africa would likely put them into the round of 16. Now, after two strong performances have yielded only a point so far, the African champions will hope to join Nigeria in the round of 16. And now to discuss the chances of the Banyana and, of course, of South Africa is a sports journalist based in Johannesburg, South Africa. He's another person, of course. Mandla Dladla joins us live today in our studio. Mandla, good evening to you. How are you doing?
Good evening, Brother Favour. I'm good, and I hope everybody at home is doing well, man.
Yes, we're doing very, very well. I mean, you seem to be charged up, ahead of tomorrow's fixture against Italy.
No. Definitely. Everyone, throughout the country, man, the ladies have been getting a lot of support, and with tomorrow's game, man, it's like we're preparing for a final, we have to go all out and make sure that, we take this one home, man.
All right, let's talk about the game proper now. I mean, the Banyana of South Africa are yet to get a win in the FIFA Women's World Cup. They have just 1 point. Now, going into the game tomorrow against Italy, what should the Banyana do differently in the approach of the game against the Europeans?
Look, Favour, the girls, they've managed to start their previous games well. We've managed to take the lead. But lapse of concentration, and I also think that when it comes to finishing the games off, that's where the girls are lacking. If they can work on that, and I'm sure Coach Desiree has been working with the girls, to make sure that the finishing is accurate. We manage to bury the game because we are able to take control of the game, during the match, and then later on in the later stages, that's where we crack. So if they can really, really work on those things, I think we stand a very good chance of beating Italy.
All right, talking about Desiree Ellis, the coach of the Banyana, she says that the team will take the match as a final and, of course, to avoid conceding. Mandla Dladla, will get to you shortly. Let's listen to Desiree Ellis talking about the game tomorrow.
We spoke about Argentina being our final, but this is definitely the final. We can't think of anything beyond this. We've got to make sure we leave everything on the pitch. Not that we didn't leave everything on the pitch in the other games, but this is one where there's no margin for error. This is one where we got to be very organized in all areas. This is one where we got to make sure that we're defensively sound. We've got to make sure that we keep a clean sheet because, we are a team that will create. And then we've got to be clinical. It's going to take a huge amount of effort because Italy's a fantastic side. We don't look into the result against Sweden, but we know what we have to do to get those 3 points. Look, we saw against Sweden the first 20 minutes, they came at Sweden, and we expect something similar. Them coming at us, and that's where we really have to be sound, and I thought we handled that really well against Sweden, and from there on we need to launch and make sure that we hurt them in areas that we know we can hurt them and be clinical in front of goal, but we just have to stay super concentrated. We have to make sure that we leave no stone unturned, and make sure that we pick up their runners, mark the players, have lots of communication amongst each other on the field to make sure that, everybody's covering everybody. It's going to take that type of effort. It's going to take an effort, I think, even bigger than the Sweden effort to make sure that we get the 3 points. But when you get onto the training field, you see the commitment, you see the energy. This team still wants to go, that extra push, because we know we've come here, to go to the second round. That was the plan, and the plan hasn't changed. It's now up to us tomorrow to put that plan in place and make sure that we get the result that we deserve, because we haven't really got what we deserved out of this tournament. We played so well and didn't get the rub of the green. 50-50 decisions didn't go our way, but we've just got to take it all in our stride and just leave everything on.
All right, that was Desiree Ellis. And of course, we still have our guest, Mandla Dladla, all the way from Johannesburg, South Africa. Mandla, I did like to ask you, we just heard from Ellis. She talked about, having to qualify to the second round. That is a target for South Africa. And now, should South Africa qualify to the second round, which is the round of 16, would you agree that that's a very good place or achievement for South Africa, the Banyana?
Look, Favour, I think having listened to Coach Desiree, I think they can take one of the biggest inspiration, right now, and that inspiration they can take it from the Nigerian ladies, who qualified for the last 16, and it proved that it is possible, and that the girls can actually do it. They can make it to the next round. If our girls can really come to the party, especially our strikers, we have Tembi Khatlana, we have Jermaine Sipesinwe, they just have to bury those chances when they get those balls from their captain, Reflue Jane, who's back from injury, which is a plus. So looking at the overall squad, the defense, we have Ukamete, she's been doing really well with Pambanani Mbane, so they can keep it tight at the back. And one last, a major talking point has been the number one goalkeeper, Andile. She hasn't been playing in the past two matches, and all over the country, there's been question as to is the coach going to play, is she not going to play her? But we'll just have to wait and see. But I definitely do believe that the girls do stand a chance of making it to the next round.
All right. I was going to talk about the inspiration from the Super Falcons of Nigeria, but you just mentioned that. Now let's look at the team setup, especially the fact that South Africa, the two games they've played, they scored first and they conceded against Sweden. And of course, their second game they played, against Argentina. Should they score first tomorrow? How do you think the coach should set up a defense to ensure that they don't concede? She's talked about not conceding, but how do you think that will play out, knowing fully well that South Africa has conceded, over 2 goals in this competition so far?
Look, it's important to bury chances, early in the match, and I think that's what South Africa has been getting, those early chances which they have to bury, because like we've been seeing in the past 2 matches, when we get to like 70 minutes, you start seeing a bit of tiredness, you start seeing the opponent coming even harder at Banyana. So it's very important to take the early chances, so that there's no chance of even conceding.
Okay.
I think it's better to defend a 3-goal lead than defending a 1-0 lead. So
right.
If they can score early 3 goals in the first half, I think they stand a good chance, man.
All right. I would like to ask the absence of Reflue Jane. She's injured and she's doubtful for the clash. How much of a miss will she be to the Banyana?
Look, a day or two, we got, a report from the Banyana team doctor, and, she gave us a very good report, in fact, about Reflue Jane. It was reported that, she might not play, but the doctor did confirm that she is ready, she is ready for the match, and she's back. So, it puts a smile on a lot of people, on a lot of South African faces.
All right, and now I'm going to put you on the spot, Mandla Dladla. Tomorrow's game, early morning in Nigeria, and of course in South Africa, it is a big one. Your predictions between South Africa and Italy?
Look, man, I'm definitely giving it to Banyana. A 2-0 score.
2-0 score.
Gonna win.
All right, Mandla Dladla, we will come back hopefully tomorrow, and of course we will know if you are the new octopus of football if the scoreline ends 2-0 in favor of the Banyana South Africa. This is a delight interview so far. Thank you very much, Mandla Dladla, for your quality time.
No. Thank you so much, and thank you to the viewers at home, man. You guys are doing an amazing job. Thank you so much.
All right.